Guys, we just created a tool that helps you find the best pools in all of DeFi in less than 5 seconds. And I'm about to show you how to use it, how it works. I'm going to show you what you need to do in order to be able to get access to it. So before we jump in, I do have to say none of this is financial advice. These are my own perspectives, my own research, my own opinions, and should be treated as such. So without further ado, let's jump straight into it. First, I have to break down what is yield farming because it helps find the best yield farms. So it's multiple ways to get a yield, but the way we're talking about on this video and the way we mostly talk about in this channel is through providing liquidity on decentralized exchanges, which allows us to be market makers essentially. Every market needs a market maker. This is true for stock markets, bond markets, commodity markets, crypto markets, forex markets, any market with major liquidity. You have institutions. For example, when you go buy your Tesla stock, it's institutions saying, hey, here's 100 million in Tesla, here's 100 million in cash. Only use my liquidity when the price of Tesla is between whatever they determine, and they profit off of what's called the bid to ask spread. So now in crypto, with the advent of decentralized exchanges, we can deposit our liquidity in pairs in different liquidity pools. So for example, if I want to deposit funds into a ETH/USDC liquidity pool, I could determine the price of where I want my liquidity used for. So for example, if I think ETH is going to trade between the price of 2K and 5K, I can provide liquidity in that range. And whenever people trade in that pool, I'm making passive income. The amount I make is dependent upon how wide my range is and the volume to TVL ratio. So first, let me go over how you normally go about finding pools that you want to LP in. So as a case study, we're going to use Goldfinch as an example. Let's say I want to provide liquidity for Goldfinch. This is how I would go about it. I would come over to CoinGecko, I would click Goldfinch, and I would scroll down to exchanges to see where most of the trading is happening on a decentralized exchange. And this isn't even like super up to date because there's been time it's been wrong. So right here, it says that Goldfinch wrapped ETH is the best pool. That is the best pool. So now I will go and set my range. So let's say this is my range. This is my range. And then let's say I want to go and back test it. I will have to come to Metrics Finance or DeFi Labs and back test it and see, if I had been in this pool for 114 days, and I just made a video on my Goldfinch yield farming video strategy. I'm not sure if it's posted before or after this one, but it'll be posted soon nonetheless. Could have been getting 677% APR for the past 112 days, right? It gives me the volume TVO ratio and all that. Now, I did all this stuff already before making the video, but it takes a while. It can take a little while. Now, what if there was a tool where it did all that work for you? Guess what? There is. We just built it. So this is our proprietary Knowit Owlz Yield Hunter tool. Now, the data from this tool is being pulled from Dex Screener and other, aggregators like that, DeFi Llama, etc. And it's updated every 8 hours. Pretty soon, it's going to be real time or faster. And those aggregators, the Dex Screeners and the DeFi Llamas, they're pulling data directly from on-chain. All right. So you can search by chain. Right now, it's just set to the best pools in terms of APR, right? You can search by chain, and we have a lot of chains on here, as you can see. You can search by protocols, aka decentralized exchanges. We don't have all of them on there, but we have the top ones on there. You can search by token. You can search by minimum TVL. You can search by max TVL. So after we had it built, I'm just looking on here, and meme coins have been pumping a lot lately. So you have a lot of meme coins at the top pools, but they won't last up there. But Goldfinch was at the top of the pool like a week or two ago, and that's what made me get in. And I back tested it and see if it was better than my Maple ETH pool, and it ended up being double the performance, right? Here's the Goldfinch wrapped ETH position. If I click on it, it gives me the daily liquidity, the daily APR, daily price, like literally all of the data that I need to be able to look at this thing. I can search the APR per day, the volume and TVO ratio per day, the volume and fees by the day, going all the way back to 6 months, right? I can click this and I can go from 6 months all the way down to 1 week. We're working on having that extended further. If I hit APR, I can also back test on here, which is really, really cool. I can go narrow range. I can go wide range, right? So let's hit narrow range and let's run a back test for 6 months. You can see that I could have been getting 212% APR off of $1,000 in liquidity, and I could have generated $1,026 in fees. Now I can also input my range. So let's back test and see what I could have gotten and see if it matches up with the Metrics Finance backtesting tool. So I'm gonna input my minimum here, then I'm gonna input my maximum here. I'm gonna hit run backtest, and you can see that it gives me all the liquidity, and this is pretty accurate. This goes back to the past 6 months. When I backtested it, I did it for the past 114 days, which is what, 3 months or so, something like that, a little more, a little less. So guys, this tool cuts out all the brunt work. Now I still would recommend backtesting because it gives you all the data compared to hodling, but we are working on adding more data to this tool. Like, we're gonna keep shipping. Going back to list, you know, versus having to do that whole process, let's say I wanna get a yield for Pendle and I wanna search across all chains and all protocols. I type in Pendle, you know, I click off of it and it shows me the best Pendle pools. The best one is Pendle ARB, and right now it's offering 279% APR, right? I can click on it. I can look at all of the data going back 6 months. I can scroll down here, and like I told you, if I click APR, I can backtest it. So it just makes yield farming a lot easier, a lot more efficient. And now, versus having to manually backtest and find all these pools the hard way, you have it all here on the spreadsheet, and it just makes it way more efficient, and it makes your capital more efficient as well. So guys, if you want to get access to this tool, it's one of the best tools in DeFi right now. I've been working on this for a while. It does come with people who buy our courses, the full package. If you go on our website, it'll show that we have a $350 package where you just get community access to calls, and everything that comes with that. But if you buy the course, not only do you get a free hour strategy session where we just help you determine your goals, your risk tolerance, and help you put together a liquidity pool / portfolio that is aligned with that, show you how to manage it. Obviously, you get the Knowit Owlz Academy yield farming course that covers all of the profitable strategies that market makers have been deploying for the past couple centuries, and you get access to this tool. This tool is also going to come with a course on how to use it, and we'll be putting all the updates within that course as well, some of which I probably won't talk about here on this YouTube. Maybe I will, because I want people to know about it. Woohoo. But guys, if that sounds interesting to you, click the link, book a free strategy session. You'll talk to me or one of our coaches. We'll answer any questions you have on crypto and yield farming. I want you to get off the call a little bit smarter than you got on. If not, we're happy to point you in the right direction, and, you know, keep enjoying the free YouTube videos if you don't think it's a good fit. But with that, I'd like to conclude this video. Guys, if you got value, I ask that you drop a like, drop a comment, share with a friend. But other than that, I thank you guys so much for tuning in. I love every single one of you watching, and I will see you in the next video. Take care and trade safe.